So here we are, only Japan left after this race. What will we do with ourselves? Well, we could always get this tape out and remind ourselves just how professional we are.
So sit back and enjoy the ride with F1 Digital Plus.
So, Austria, one of the most attractive venues for a race anywhere. You almost expect to see Julie Andrews appear from the peak of a mountain somewhere. Well, no Julie Andrews today, I'm afraid, but we do have the next best thing. Nick Damon.
Go.
And there he goes, out through the gears, and oh, Reg!
John Watson, with that haircut, were you disappointed not to get first in show?
Whoa, whoa.
But this time it's Jensen ahead in... Oh.
Well, you must have got over the sickness all right, because you went on to win the Safari Rally, the Monte Carlo Rally. These are so hard. Sorry, I have a brain, I just rely on somebody else's, which isn't much better than mine.
Thank you.
I'm going to laugh because you're making your chin completely black with that pen at the moment.
I knew that. I've also ruined your office by the looks of things. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you're enjoying Formula One Digital Plus, don't forget that you can now voice diddly-do diddly-dee.
Well, there's a little Benji in there beavering away. Give us a smile, Ben. Give us a wave. Ben. Hello. Hello, Ben. Give us a wave. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, in a sort of sod-off type way. What about just a few moments ago when you got out of the car? Was there a major problem there?
No, not at all. I was told that I had an interview to do with you guys, so that obviously takes priority over doing laps on the circuit.
Peter, before we start, we've had a couple of emails in saying, from viewers who believe you look amazingly like Sting, the rock star. Ever had that one put your way before?
Well, I know that Sting's had a lot of emails saying he looks very like Peter Windsor, so what can I say?
What are they laughing at in the gallery, by the way?
They're not laughing because that's time for our first break, and John will probably finish his first point after the break.
Whoa, whoa! She's a Ferrari fan after all.
Ferrari fan, yeah.
Well, somebody's a big fan of Juan Pablo Montoya.
Let's have a look at those Italian policewomen again. It's horribly sexist, probably not very PC, but why don't we get them like that?
If we take Honda as, say, a middle C, they come past at about an A flat, whereas that the Ferrari is sort of F sharp, and I would say the BMW is maybe an E. Very interesting being on their on the pit wall, listening to the music of the engines.
It's all very well being on medication, John, but you do have to take it, don't you?
So give me 4 laps to warm up, okay? And then I can really give it to you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
It's very kind of you.
Because I'd rather be me than you, actually. I'm glad I am.
I'm not looking forward to going under the Dunlop Bridge at this speed, I have to be honest. I'm driving it down the hill. This is absolutely awesome.
I was supposed to do that, but I was on holiday. Thank God.
I know, Matt, you wouldn't have passed the medical. That's why you didn't do it.
What, you mean too light?
Passed the medical, I said.
I'll get him back for that.
Sorry, a bit late, David. It's quite a long way down the grid here to walk.
Well, I was just saying to Ellen there that they say you meet a better class of person down this end of the grid, but to be honest, I'm not so sure.
Maybe if Michael wins on Sunday, he'll replace his famous victory leap with a bit from the film. I'm the king of the world!
I thought he was off the sauce.
I don't know what he's on, I'll tell you what. Kate Winslet saw him, I think she would jump off, wouldn't she?
Front row starting position is certainly the best place to start on.
Absolutely. Well, back to you guys, and we'll hope to join you in the pit lane later, assuming we can stagger up the stairs to the pit lane.
Yeah, assume you can fit into your overalls, Peter. It's always amazing to see a Pierre de Pasquier, who, as he said, lives in a stable and doesn't get much food like that ordinarily, shoving it into his gob. Either that or he was worried that Peter was going to come to him with a particularly ticklish question. And he thought, well, he won't come. But he did anyway, didn't he, Pierre? Eh bien.
Ben, just looking at Michael doing that little publicity photograph of that young model, if that had been in my day, the driver just said, phone number please, I'm staying in room such and such in the hotel, what about a cup of tea or a drink afterwards? You know, how things have changed.
Definitely on his way from Toyota, Mika Salo, who's with Peter.
Mick,
for piss.
Sorry?
I need to go for piss.
Okay, be very quick.
You can't make plans, there will be accident always there, just try not to hit anything.
Well, best of luck, thank you very much.
No prize for guessing where he went next, or where he's going next. I was suffering the whole way through that. Peter, unfortunately, the import of that information was completely sidetracked by the state of your footwear. What on earth have you got on your feet?
I thought that this being the day when Michael Schumacher might equal Juan Fangio's record, that I ought to do something of the checkered flag variety on my footwear. Nowhere else to put it, and you're not supposed to be showing that because it's very, very wrong in terms of my uniform, but there you go. So
just take a look at this, Jeremy, and see if you can explain what we're looking at here. That's Keke, we know him, he's in the yellow.
In the mid-80s.
What are you doing in that Williams uniform? Look, there you are, shuffling around the back.
That is uncanny. That is frightening, isn't it? And the sideboards were even longer then than they are now. Sadly, that's not me.
No, that's you, Jeremy.
That is you, Jeremy.
Don't convince us that's not you.
That's not shuffling behind Keke Rosberg.
You didn't have to be there, Jeremy, either. You're getting yourself on camera, as you tend to do anyway. Now, the worrying thing is that's years and years and years ago, and yet you look older now.
I do. Oh, I look older then than I do.
Yeah.
David Coulthard had the chance and grabbed the top spot for a moment.
We keep reading in the magazines all these stories about what engine you're going to have next year. Can you tell us, as of today, what engine you're going to have next year?
As I've already said, you seem to know exactly what we're going to have, and I'm personally confused at this stage because I have a Honda contract for next year, and I've said that for some time, but no one ever wants to believe me. Ford and Jordan will be together, and what the race and the cars that you will see here will be Jordan Fords this time next year, and for a 3-year contract.
Thank goodness Watson isn't here, otherwise he'll be going on and on and on about how he gets things right all the time. In fact, he's very busy at the moment doing other things. Look. Wait, do some work, Watson. Can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. What a shame. Let's just be rude to him then. Watson, that hair is a joke. Absolute joke, mate. Now, they were the funnies. I don't know if you spotted that. But there were very few of you in there, Damon. Does that mean that you're a serious, sensible bloke?
I've had all my funny bits edited out.
Clearly. I tell you what, I saw EJ last weekend. He came down to the San Remo rally, and the first thing he said to me, he said, "You tell Watty to get his facts right." I went, yes, considering
really?
Watty did get his facts right.
Good bit of stone. Well, we'll tell him that.
I think we'll talk to him. When he's finished doing his hair or growing that bit at the back.
What is he doing with his hair? But anyway, more importantly, Sting is on the line. Sting, you got to see that as well, or at least listen to it. Anything you wish to explain? I still think the musical notes business should involve some form of psychiatry.
Or Sting, for that matter.
It should get Dennis Norton in, right?
My main comment about all this is that it's the first time I've seen that picture of Jeremy Hart from 1985, and in fact it's John Cadd, who is one of the great Williams mechanics. He's now working in the museum. He'll be very upset that he's been compared even with Jeremy Hart. And he's famous for being on a video that Williams shot somewhere at Imola in the mid-80s when they were trying for the first time to monitor tyre temperatures, and they had a camera set up on the side of the car, and the idea was to see if the colour of the tyre changed as it got hotter when they're out on the circuit. And I remember Patrick Head saying that I've been looking at this video for the last half an hour and all I can see is John Cadd's armpit and he's saying to Nigel, "Are you right there, Nige?" And he says it about 50 times. "Why don't they get on with it?" he says.
That's a typical